The first full week of high school football is in the books as several teams from across the county all look to win their opening games. Welcome to Sports Wire. I'm Will Catterley. Week one's soup du jour, if you will, was supposed to be Highland Springs at Manchester. Two terrific programs, the Springers and Lancers last season, went down to the wire. The Springers also graduated several seniors from last year's team. But the black and gold do not rebuild. They just reload.
So let's get this party started on a Thursday night down in Chester. Highland Springs, Manchester. This game was so good 1 year ago. What's new for the Springers? Quarterback Nelson Lane. If you watch our SportsWire football preview, you heard a little bit about him. He is elusive, and he's got an arm. More of him later. What's not new? Junior running back Eric Bird is the word right in your living room for the first touchdown of the high school football 2024 season. Bird finds pay dirt. Springers up 7-0. They're used to having leads. Later first quarter, back to the new guy. Yeah, Nelson Lane, he hands it off to Marion Harvey. And the senior Harvey finds the end zone as well. Easy squeezy lemon peasy. Springers spring out to a 14-0 lead. Now, one thing that Manchester still has going for them, their excellent quarterback, Mr. Abernathy, firing deep on a broken play, busted coverage. Landon Abernathy connects with number 2, Latrell Green, and he had plenty of green. Over 80 yards on the touchdown connection, and the tricky Lancers go for 2, and they would get it. 14-8 with 1:06 to go in the first. So close game as we expected. After this, all Springers. Talk about that Springer defense. McKay Hopkins with the stop right there in the backfield. Springers fueling it on offense as well. And of course, the special teams. Game breakers. Come on out and break the game. As Highland Springs calls their special teams unit, they would do just that. Mishandled punt. Johnny on the spot, number 21. Christian Bosma jumps on it. And then second quarter action. Back to the option game and handing the football off. Deron Ferguson. He was a dynamic duo when it came to Eric Bird and Ferguson. 21-8, the two combined for nearly 300 yards of total offense on the ground. Now, I talked about Lane elusiveness. Look at this, and look at that. Just a flick of the wrist, and he throws it 40 yards downfield. Fires and connects with Antoine Richardson. Kid's got an arm. Later, same drive, it would lead to this. Back to the ground. Whoop! Never too early to do the hurdle for a first down. That would be good, courtesy of Ferguson. And then back to the quarterback again. Lane makes his own lanes. Slippery devil he is. Not a Varina one, but slippery Springer, I guess, for Highland Springs. Touchdown Springers, and the black and gold find pay dirt once again. It is now 28-8. More with Highland Springs. Showing off the arm on a dime. Fires, finds Antoine Richardson for another first down. Springers continue the drive and would lead to this. This time handed off up the middle. Nice blocking up front by that O-line. Eric Bird is the word once again. He finds his second touchdown of the evening. All Highland Springs on this night at Manchester. Other than that one broken play that Abernathy converted on, even, getting to the football. That's what Springer defense does. They rally to the ball carrier, they rally to the receiver, and they rally for points. End around, they got speed to burn. As always, Springers, as I said, they don't rebuild, they reload. Aliziano Edwards finds pay dirt. All Highland Springs, they win their opener. 42-8, the final.
One West End team looking to use some of last year's success as a springboard would be Glen Allen. The Jaguars were 8-3 last season with their starting quarterback, starting running back, and many starting defensive players, among others, back for another 2024 run. But this would be the first game as head coach for the Jags' Malik Sexton, while his opponent, Tom Hall, took over for the Prince George Royals after 25 years of great success at Manchester. Make no mistake, though, Sexton and the Jags would be ready.
The fans couldn't be happier for the start of Thursday night football. The start of high school gridiron action as Glen Allen plays host to Prince George Royals. Third play from scrimmage, Dallas churning Chavis. 65 yards to pay dirt. Touchdown, Dallas churning Chavis. Glen Allen with an early 7-0 lead. And the extra point would be up and good. We show it because Neil Danil was perfect on extra point for the night. Just what a kicker wants. Just what the defense wants. They limited Prince George, Glen Allen's defense, to under 100 total yards on offense while getting it going on the ground as well. Utsi. Quarterback, long, lanky, he can throw it, but man, he can also run it. Here's Utsi again. This time, Royals had him pinned in. He says, I'm going all the way inside the Prince George 2-yard line. That would lead to this. Same drive, second quarter. 89-yard drive. Utsi keeps it himself. That was a 14-play, 89-yard drive on a 7-yard touchdown run. 14-0 Jaguars. More from Nana Utsi. And Utsi, the whole Prince George team needs to be in on this tackle to stop him. Good for a first down up to the 30-yard line. That would lead to this. Moments later, Utsi showing off his arm. Got his man. Number 4 on the catch. Good for a first down. Deep into Prince George territory. Leroy Lewis on the reception there. Utsi keeps it himself once again. And Utsi and Chavis and company. 21-0 at that point. More defense from Glen Allen. They allowed less than 50 yards, actually under 40 yards rushing for Prince George, and Prince George was going to run the football. Why? Because Glen Allen couldn't stop it preseason in scrimmages. They stopped it when it counts. Utsi ran it when it counts. Utsi, how about this? Jags had 356 yards of total offense, 256 on the ground. Utsi, 120 yards on the ground, and count them 1, count them 2, 3 touchdown runs from the Glen Allen signal caller. 28-0. Glen Allen huddling up saying, let's just keep doing more of the same, right? Rally to the football. The defense did. Remember, this team only lost 3 games last year. How about some special teams? They get the stop on the muff punt right there. Yeah, only lost 3 games last year. Got a lot of guys coming back. Utsi using his arm this time. Great blocking by wide receivers. Coaches love that when the wide receivers block. Good for almost a touchdown just inside the 1-yard line. That was Javion Harris on the catch, and then Chavis gets his second touchdown of the night on the ground. 35-0 to score that point. That would be your final. Chavis, huge night. Utsi, huge night. Glen Allen, 1-0.
We head back to the gridiron when we come back. Deep Run travels to Mechanicsville looking to move to 1-0 for the first time in years, while we also hit the field for some field hockey when Henrico plays host to LC Bird. Highlights are straight ahead.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
Welcome back to Sports Wire. Opening game of the season for Henrico. They're just waiting for the LC Bird bus to arrive. It was over half an hour late, but those fans are ready, especially that one. Just got the little clapper thing, you know. It's always fun. Beautiful night for field hockey. First quarter action. The aggressor was Henrico throughout this contest. LC Bird would have their moments as well. That was knocked away. Still in the first in the attacking zone for quite a bit of this field hockey match. That shot just goes wide off the stick of Henrico. Like I said, LC Bird would have their moments. Here's one of them. Good look for the Skyhawks, just goes wide as the keeper had a nice night. Freshman Allison Lance in the net. Every corner is a goal. That's what teams on offense like to hope. In this case, it's true. She shoots, she scores. Nitya Nanmaran puts the biscuit in the basket. Yeah, they didn't put the goal up there, but with 2:37 left in the first, it's 1-0 Henrico. Behold the green and gold. 1-0 to score. This would force another corner still in the first. Chance for Jags, not for the Jags, for the Warriors to add another. Shot gets deflected and eventually going to get cleared away. Lots of chances for Henrico in this one. It hits the post! Like I said, eventually they're going to get called for an infraction and Elsie Bird would take over in the second now. Knocked away. Elsie Bird's keeper had a lot of work. That shot just goes wide. So yeah, 1-0 after 2. We go to the second half. In the second, changing sides now. Henrico on the move again. And this time, you just keep putting the pressure on. Good things will happen. Centering pass, perfect. Fires, finding the back of the net. It's her second of the night. She shoots, she scores. Nitya Nanmaran. And yeah, she's got 2. Henrico with a 2-0 lead, and they would keep the pressure on. More from third quarter action. That one just goes wide. Elsie Bird, one last really great chance in this one. Getting right through that defense, but kick save and a mute from Allison Lance. That was as close as Elsie Bird would come as Henrico wins their opener. 2-0, your final. The deep run Wildcats run into Mechanicsville. Looking to go 1-0 for the first time under the tenure of head coach Joe Mullenix. They got a lot of guys, I said preseason, that played other sports that are now playing football, like a point guard. Number 3, Chris Suber. He's now the point man at quarterback. He would have a great game in this one. There were some throws he'd like back. Otherwise, he played great. They would not score on the drive, though. They would turn over on downs after some penalties. It happens a lot, especially week 1. And Mechanicsville taking advantage. That long pass caught would lead to this. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling up the middle. Good for a first down. Yeah, Mustangs in business. No score after 1. Same score, same drive, second quarter. They go for it on 4th down. Wildcat defense says, And I got to tell you something. It's been a long time since I've seen the offensive line, actually both sides of the line of scrimmage, win up front. Deep run, they did it on Thursday night. The run by Jamel Howard. He was a boss. Check out that opening. And he ran with power, too. Howard, yeah. Deep run's got a running game, folks. Meanwhile, Suber firing. A little wobbly, but he connects. Nice grab by his receiver. Good look as well. Number 9 doing the honors. Zayed Abubakar Sheedy. And then Suber. He can run. Same drive. Inside the 5-yard line. It would set it up for this. Wildcats. They're going to find Pater with a touchdown. Rewarded is that offensive line, and rewarded is Jamel Howard, who had a great night running the rock. I believe over 100 yards unofficially on the ground. Deep run up 6-0 with 11.7 to go in the second. That would be the score at the half, second half. And the defense, opportunistic. They just took the ball right from the running back. Wildcats get a turnover. Will they do anything with it? No, they wouldn't, but more of that to come. Next possession for the Mustangs of Mechanicsville. This time they get a turnover. Would they do anything with it? Yeah, they will. They'll take it all the way back to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. And Carson Striffler strips it. And the Wildcats would have a 2-touchdown lead. 12-0 to score. Now, Mechanicsville was not out of this one, not by a long shot. Pass somehow complete. Number 14, Caden Walters, finds number 4, Eli Maxey. That would lead to this. I'm following the running back. So is the defense. We should have been paying attention to Walters. He strolls in for a touchdown. And the Mustangs right back in it. They'd miss the extra point. It would be a 1-touchdown affair, 6-point affair. 12-6 with 2:56 to go in the third. Ensuing kickoff, though, Wildcats looking to change Uncle Mo. That would be momentum. Number 21 would do just that. Cullen Birch. Birch says bye, bye, all the way to the house. Kickoff return for 6. Wildcats in their first week of football. Offensive touchdown, check. Defensive touchdown, check. Special teams touchdown, triple check. Doing it all and scoring in all kinds of ways. And they'd go for 2. And Suber says, I got this. Finds a corner to the end zone, runs it in himself, calls his own number. And yeah, Wildcats all of a sudden up 20-6 with 2:43 to go in the third. Now, would Deep Run have trouble putting away the Mustangs of Mechanicsville? Yes, they would, but not on this play. Another turnover, third of the night. Deep Run won the turnover battle. Good teams do that. Joseph Mitchell with an interception, who, by the way, had an interception on the play previous, but it was wiped away due to a pass interference call. Still, they wouldn't do anything on offense with the ball, and, well, Mechanicsville would. That would set it up for that touchdown run by Mechanicsville. Jesse Fisher finds Pater 20-13, 1:23 and counting to go. Tick, tick, tick in the fourth. Wildcats would give it up on downs. Hail Mary, last chance. And guess what? It is intercepted. Deep run. Joseph Mitchell. Another turnover for Deep Run, and the Wildcats will win it. And for the first time under the tutelage of Joe Mullenix, this program is 1-0. Deep Run 20, Mechanicsville 13 is your final.
It's back to football when we return. An absolutely crazy contest at Varina when the Blue Devils host Indian River. This game took a few extra quarters to declare a victor. Plus, Tucker plays their home opener when they host Caroline. That's next.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
Welcome back to Sportswire. To Varina High School we go, where this game, really kind of the game of the week in terms of being wacky, wild, and just unpredictable. Just absolutely crazy. You like scoring? You're going to love this. New starting quarterback, number 3, Caleb Weish. First quarter action, yeah, they would finish it off with the short touchdown plunge. 8-0 Varina. They'd go for 2 and they'd make it. That would be the score after 1. Second quarter, Indian River comes right back. Quarterback keeping it himself. That gets down to the 1-yard line. Kamari Kirby doing the honors. That would lead to this. They're going to do the same thing Varina did. The ball just breaks a plane. It's a short touchdown run for Indian River. And now we are, well, it's 8-6 then. How about this pass? Nicely done by Weish. Lots of scoring in this one. Long touchdown pass is going to work out for Damari Carter. Make that 15-7. Indian River went for the extra point, made it. 15-7, Varina. Indian River coming back, looking. Sack from behind, he fumbled it. And that Varina defense comes up big. They get the sack, the strip, the fumble. Number 94 doing the honors with the recovery. However, it would not lead to anything. And then Indian River would cash in with a touchdown run of their own. 15-14 now in the third quarter. Still, Varina up by a point. Still in the third. Little screen pass. That will work wonders as the receiver gets out of the clutches, but he's out of bounds. Still number 2, Travion Slaughter with a big play. And then Varina makes a big play of their own. Big stop there. Still 15-14 after 3. Same drive, fourth quarter. They'll go for the 3 points. And it is up, and it is good. And it is now 17-15 Indian River. So, 2-point game, Varina. Would they respond? Yes, they would. Caleb Weish. We remember him last year. taking over as a JV quarterback against Highland Springs. He's a varsity stud star man now, and he's going to run that over 40 yards to pay dirt. Touchdown, Varina, 22-17, 6:24 to go in the fourth. Indian River needs a big play. Going to try to throw from his end zone. There's a flag in the end zone for holding, and that means in high school, college, and pro, if that flag is in the end zone on the offense, yep, that's a safety. 2-point bucket for the Devils. 24-7, 6:04 to go. Still 24-17. Indian River needs a big play. Like I said, check this out. Doesn't get crazier than that. The long bomb to Travion Slaughter goes right through the defensive back's hands, and instead we're tied at 24 with 1:23 to go. This game is going to overtime. Rules overtime. Both teams get a possession starting at the opponent's 10. Well, Varina got it first. Works for a touchdown. Weiss delivers 31-24 on the touchdown run. Indian River's turn. There's first opportunity in first overtime. Rolling, firing. Got a wide open. Kirby connects to a wide open receiver. Number 7, Ravon Moore. Fourth down, we go to the second overtime. This time, Indian River gets the first chance at it in the run up the middle. Going to pay dividends. Touchdown by Ravon Moore. The extra point, however, is no good. So a Varina touchdown would win it. 37-31, Indian River. Blue Devils. Their second chance. They're at fourth down. Weiss passes in the middle. Just out of the reach of the receiver. It was just too low. And Indian River, they win it in a thriller. 37-31. Well, let's head to J.R. Tucker, one of the few games actually played on Friday night as they host Caroline. And Caroline, the Generals were in control because of this guy. That offensive line and this running back were pretty impressive. Number 9, Vlad Wasim Jr. Corporal Wasim. I mean, look at him just run. Finally, Tigers get him down, but not before he's almost inside the Tucker 20-yard line. Lead to this. Tigers going to make a stop here. Nice job filling the gap there, getting the stop and forcing a fourth down. But Caroline, 4th and goal from the 7. They say, why not? Hand it to the big fella. We'll go for it. Touchdown. It works. Generals take an early 7-0 lead. And Caroline looking good. Ensuing kickoff. Tigers looking for a little spark. They would get it right here. Heck of a return. Number 9 on the move. Nice return from Josiah McDaniel Jr. Getting Tucker into great field position, but the offense couldn't do anything with it. So Caroline gets it back. Play action works when you can run the football. Great coverage, just a better catch. It happens sometimes. Nicely hauled in by Blake Morris, and then it was Wasim time again. Another big run. This one finds the end zone. His second rushing touchdown of the evening. He was not finished. 13-0. He had like 226 yards of offense on the ground in the first half alone. It would miss the extra point. And then, tell you what, Tucker's passing game was a bright spot. Quarterback Jamal Ferguson connects with his wide receiver, number 3, Dion Douglas. Later, same drive, got his man again. This time, it's number 9 doing the honors. Josiah McDaniel again, same drive, second quarter. Rolling, firing. This time it's intercepted though. Caroline avoids the Tigers' move down the field and attempt to get on the scoreboard, make this an interesting game. Instead, they're going to hand it off to this guy again. One of the reasons why he had over 200 yards in the first half, because he's going to take it all the way over 80 yards to pay dirt. Touchdown, Caroline. And my goodness gracious, number 9 was absolutely unstoppable. Vlad Wasim Jr. And you'll see more from Caroline here. The pass intercepted. Tigers had their bright spots. Their secondary was good. The receivers was good. Donnell Douglas, a senior, with the pick. Nicely done. Then roll out Fortunately for J.R. Tucker, they'd return the favor. This one is picked off. Number 1 for Caroline on the interception. Malik Johnson almost takes it the distance, does take it inside of the Tucker Tiger 20, and Caroline going to take advantage. Fires, finds a man over the middle, number 14 doing the honors. This time, Jonathan Harrison with the touchdown grab. Just like that, Caroline all over Tucker with a 27-0 lead. Later on a drive, that pass intercepted. And again, second pick by J.R. Tucker. This time, number 12 would get it done. Nice job by Zarius Carter. Unfortunately, Tucker turned the ball over twice when they were in the red zone. Caroline would recover, and they put on a couple more scores to boot. 42-0. Caroline wins it. Other scores, Godwin, thanks to Konstantinos Kavares, 208 yards and 5 touchdowns. They beat Goochland 33-7. Bunner Stevenson had 2 rushing touchdowns as Freeman shuts out Atlee 17-0. Meanwhile, Oscar Smith had their way with Hermitage. 44-6 the final.
Remember, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email at this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us, and you can always follow us on X and watch episodes on YouTube. I can't wait to see ya next time on Sportswire.